In the world of coins, some pieces become legends, not because they are made of gold or encrusted with jewels, but because of the myths, stories, and mysteries that surround them. One such coin is the 1997 Liberty quarter dollar. To many, it looks like an ordinary piece of pocket change. Yet, for collectors, historians, and even treasure hunters, this coin carries with it a story of American identity, transition, and surprising auction prices. Today, we'll journey into the history of the 1997 Liberty Quarter, explore the myths that have surrounded it, and reveal its true value in modern coin markets. To understand the 1997 quarter, we must first step back and uncover the origins of the American quarter dollar itself. The quarter was authorized by the Coinage Act of 1792, the same act that gave birth to the U.S. Mint and standardized American currency. The first quarters were struck in 1796, bearing the bust of Liberty, a symbol of the young republic's ideals. Through the 19th and 20th centuries, the quarter became more than a coin. It became a cultural icon, passing through the hands of farmers, soldiers, factory workers, and schoolchildren alike. From the seated Liberty designs of the 1800s, to the barber quarters, to the famous standing Liberty quarter of 1916, each design reflected America's evolving self-image. In 1932, to mark the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, the U.S. Mint introduced a new quarter design. Sculptor John Flanagan's portrait of Washington replaced the Liberty figure. But here's the twist. Although Washington's face appeared on the coin, the word Liberty remained above his head, anchoring the coin to its symbolic roots. Thus, even the Washington quarter is, in a way, still a Liberty quarter. The 1997 quarter belongs to this long line of coins, carrying Washington's profile on the obverse, with the eagle on the reverse. The year 1997 was significant for quarters. It marked the final full year of the traditional eagle reverse design. In 1999, the U.S. Mint launched the 50-state quarters program, which transformed the quarter into a canvas of American geography and identity. This means that quarters struck in 1997 were the last regular Washington quarters before the Great Change. For collectors, this makes them a symbolic milestone, closing the chapter on more than 6 decades of the eagle reverse. Over the years, myths have swirled around the 1997 Liberty quarter. Some believe it contains hidden minting errors worth thousands. Others claim rare silver versions were secretly struck at the U.S. Mint. And still, more insist that the coin is a rare Liberty issue, mistaking it for earlier quarters that carried the figure of Liberty. Let's separate fact from fiction. A myth 1. The 1997 quarter was made in silver. False. Circulating coins were copper-nickel clad. Only special proof versions from the San Francisco Mint were struck in 90% silver. A myth 2. The coin has a double die error, making it worth a fortune. Partially true. Some rare error coins from 1997 do exist, such as off-center strikes or double dies, but most are modestly valued and less dramatic. In 1997, the U.S. Mint struck quarters at 3 facilities. A Philadelphia, PA, over 595 million quarters. A Denver, DA, over 599 million quarters. A San Francisco, S, proof versions in both clad and silver. With such high mintages, most 1997 quarters are common. But condition is everything. A quarter from your pocket might be worth just 25 cents, yet a perfectly preserved Mint State coin graded MS-67 or higher can fetch impressive prices at auction. For collectors, the 1997 quarter is not rare, but in the right condition, it becomes valuable. Coins graded MS-66 or MS-67 can command hundreds of dollars, while error coins sometimes bring in even more. Silver proof quarters from San Francisco remain especially popular. In their original packaging, these proofs often sell for several times their face value. For some, owning a 1997 proof set is like holding onto the final breath of an era before the state quarters changed everything. So what is a 1997 Liberty quarter worth today? A circulated coins, still just 25 cents. A brilliant uncirculated, MS-65 and higher, $20 to $200, depending on grade. A proof silver quarters, $10 to $30 each. and major mint errors, $500 to several thousand, depending on rarity. In 2018, a pristine 1997 day. Washington quarter graded. MS67 by PCGS sold for over $1,500 at auction. While this is not typical, it shows the potential for high-end examples. The 1997 quarter also carries a cultural nostalgia. For many Americans, this was the coin they dropped into payphones, used for arcade games, or slipped into parking meters. In this way, it connects us not just to monetary history, but to lived experience. A simple piece of metal becomes a memory token of the late 1990s. Just 2 years later, the US Mint launched the 50-state quarters program, which became the most successful coin program in American history. The 1997 quarter thus represents the calm. Before the storm, the final standard design. Before the revolution of the $quarter series. In truth, the 1997 Liberty quarter is not a rare treasure, but it is a coin of transition, myth, and memory. It reminds us of the enduring presence of liberty on our coins, even when her figure was replaced by Washington's portrait. It reminds us of a time before the explosion of collecting sparked by the state quarters, and it reminds us that even the most ordinary coin can carry extraordinary meaning. So the next time you hold a 1997 quarter, remember, you're holding more than just 25 cents. You're holding the last chapter of an era, a coin tied to myths, collector dreams, and a symbol of liberty that endures to this day. And who knows? If your coin is pristine, it just might be worth far more than pocket change.